I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live!
Hello
Fuck
and
it!
welcome to your regular scheduled program. I am Levi, and this is West of Nowhere.
I'm Shane.
Yeah, and he's back. We let him back. Can you believe it? I know there's one person that's gonna be like, "God damn it!" But
I never went anywhere. I was here last week. That's Mark is just Nurse Jekyll, and I'm Dr. Hyde.
Nurse. I love it. That's beautiful.
I mean, wait,
wait.
Mr. Hyde. Damn it.
Oh, no,
I messed
too
it
late. Too late. You already fucked up. Well, welcome back. How was your trip?
Dude, it was a lot of fun. Spent 10 days sleeping in a race car bed with my 5-year-old son.
That's the dream. Are you gonna get him some rooms for it for Christmas, or?
For sure, yeah. Speaking of race car beds, you know you can get adult queen-size race car beds, but they're like $4,000.
Sounds like I can't get one. So way to fucking dangle the fruit in front of me. Before we get too far, Patreon people.
Yep. Who are they?
While he's looking for that list, if you don't want to give us money, don't forget to give us a review at least. If you don't want to do that, you know what? Just tell one of your friends, tell 2 friends, make them, hold them at knife point, and have them tell 2 friends. Or maybe don't.
I like it.
Maybe just ask them. But, either way, just don't tell us.
We want to thank Adam Pacino, Tony Burgess, Miles Glenn, Sam Norton, Colby Jordan Squared, Jade Marsh, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Keanu Reeves, and Colton Zammerslaw.
There you go. Look at you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
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 I found out. I feel like if you just mumble the last letters, then you pronounce it right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even just don't actually pronounce it. Just
there's just so many missing vowels. It's
slur it.
Zammerslaw. Because spelled out it's Zamr. I think
Isn't it
Zammerslaw?
Z, and then RLA.
Yeah. Zammerslaw. Yeah. ZLA. Yeah. That's fucking confusing.
Nothing rhymes with Zammerslaw. That should have been whenever he was running for office. That should have been his thing.
Oh.
Nothing. It's Colton Zammerslaw.
Well, I'm sure
nothing rhymes with it.
Colton, we got some ads for you.
Dude, hire us to do your ad team.
Yep. 100%.
Then we can use that.
Yeah. Yeah. Free advertising for all 15 people.
No,
that listen to the show.
if we do his advertising, then we can use that to brag about. We helped somebody get elected with our advertising because we're that good.
Yeah.
And then other people will listen to us, and then we'll get into the political scene, and we'll transition from a news podcast to a political podcast.
Yeah. And
seamless.
I'm related to like 12 presidents, so I'm ready. I'm here for it. Not really 12, but it's a lot. It's way more than I thought it was. It used to be 2. Now it's like fucking 4 or 5. I'm like, what is happening? That's Ancestry.com. That's how they get you. Find out how many presidents you're related to. Okay. All right.
I'm in.
Yeah. So how was Emmett and his first day of school?
Oh, he was great, man. He went and all day long.
Kindergarten,
his mom,
right?
Yeah, kindergarten. Yeah. He went and all day long. His mom and his grandmother were like, "We miss him," and I was like, "He's been gone for 2 hours. Like, it's okay."
We literally just dropped him off. Relax.
When we went and picked him up, he was talking. He was super happy. He said he loved his first day, which was awesome to hear. I was really worried. But yeah, he loved it. He learned about the color red.
Yeah.
He sang us a song about the color red to the tune of Farrah Jaka, but I don't think he realized that, obviously, because he's 5.
Yeah. All right.
But they sang it. Yeah, he sang me a whole song about red, so that was pretty cool. And I asked him what his favorite part of the day was, and it was coming home. I was like, you can't low key hate school on your first day. That's not how this works.
I was kind of hoping that the red song was gonna be Red Solo Cup. I was like, how crazy would that be if that was the song? But instead, it's Brother Jack. I like it.
But there was a story that I wanted to tell you about him that happened before his first day of school.
Hell yeah.
So Emmett's at that age right now where like he tries to find a workaround for things. For instance, I told him he couldn't tell me no, so he started doing this shit, like wagging his finger at me when he didn't want to do it. When he didn't want to do it, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying no, so he had me beat. I was like, all right, you get this one.
All right.
So we were on the way to get some pho, and I was in the back seat with him. And we were playing around. I was messing with him, and he was like, he called me a nerd, and I was like, you can't call me a nerd. And he's like, fine, I won't call you the N-word. And I was like, okay. He didn't call me nerd.
Start calling you N-word?
So he just said it that one time, right?
Oh,
and then
okay.
I forgot about it. Then we're sitting in the noodle place.
Oh no.
And real loud, he goes, I can't call Dad the N-word. I don't like, he's being loud, and he just keeps saying the N-word real fucking loud. I'm telling him to shut up. His mom's telling him to shut up.
It's like, what do you guys want from me? I'm not allowed to say the N-word. I don't get it.
Yeah, I can't say the N-word. I was like, yo, shut up. Stop.
Our kid's not racist, I swear to God. Maybe a little. I don't know. It's too early to tell.
It sucks because, like, at that moment, you're like, stop being loud, stop saying that. You can't, like, laugh. But, like, inside, I was dying.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah. I would have lost my shit. At least, like, as, like, a bystander, they were probably like, man, well, he's not saying it now, so, that's good. Like, they're telling him not to say it, so that's a good sign, There's hope. Yeah, I don't know. That's fucking wild. Kids are crazy. Sometimes they're just like, they just be doing shit, and you're like, I can't laugh at you right now, but I really want to. Because, like, like it's a serious moment. Especially like me, where none of the kids that I'm ever around are mine. So, like, I'm in the worst position because I'm allowed to laugh, but I want to not encourage it because then the parents will be mad at me.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck. Stop being so funny, kid.
Kids are ruthless, too. Dude. Like, you don't even notice it. And, like, I don't feel like he was mean, and then out of nowhere, he's just like, and he'll do things that, like, stab you, like metaphorically anyway.
Oh.
I went to, like, I was getting ready in the morning to leave, and I was like, all right, bud, I love you. And he goes, no, you don't.
Jesus. Just fucking straight face, too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that hurts, bud. He's like, I was just playing. I was like,
goddamn.
Psycho?
For that 2 seconds, fucking, my heart broke.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. And the best part is, like, that early age when they don't realize what they're saying is, not good because it can hurt somebody's feelings. So that, like, they're not even on that realm yet. They're just like, I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want. And, like, sometimes they're just, like, wheeling and dealing insults, but they're like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with this,
He spends... So he had gotten in trouble, and I had spanked him. Well, he's standing there looking at me mad.
Spanked him with his words. We don't condone child abuse.
Oh, no, I fucking spanked him. Whatever. Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Jesus. All
I'm
right.
just fine. Nah, not that extreme. But I didn't, like, hurt him. I popped him, right? Like, I mean, it hurt him.
A quick one.
Because, I smacked his butt, not anything else. Anyway, he got mad at me, but he was in trouble, and he was like, "You won't spank me again, you lunatic." And I was like, "Lunatic?" It's like you spend way too much time with your mom. She's teaching you all these big words.
Yeah.
Like you don't expect a 5-year-old to call you a lunatic. You expect like dumb or stupid or I don't know, like a little
Doo-doo
kid
head.
word. And yeah, he was like, "You're a lunatic." And I was like,
Cotton-headed nitty muggins. Yeah.
"Whoop."
Dude, that reminds me of my niece one time. She was just learning the concept of like being angry.
Mhm.
And so her mom's a teacher. So her vocabulary is just more enhanced than normal anyway. And oh man, she was so pissed off one day. She's like, "I'm so nervous." Me and her mom just fucking lost it. She's like, "I don't think you're nervous." She's like, "Yes, I am." Like, okay, all right, I guess you're nervous. Sorry we made you nervous for whatever. Fucking weirdo.
I love it.
Yeah. Man. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you got to go back there, especially first day of school. That's a big day.
Yeah.
I don't really remember my first day of school because I feel like it was anticlimactic because kindergarten, my kindergarten was, we had morning and afternoon kindergarten.
Oh.
So I was afternoon. So I showed up at like fucking, noon and then like half the day basically. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like all the splendor got kind of, left for the morning crew.
Yeah.
Because it's halfway through the day and all the fucking teachers are like, okay, nobody gives a shit. Like, get in here, stop fucking breaking blocks, kid. Like,
I can't remember. I can't remember kindergarten at all.
Really?
I know that for sure my parents didn't make a big deal about it. So,
dude,
but I can't remember.
Kindergarten was the shit. So we had like different sections. So they were like different activities that we would like have for like playtime and shit. And then the coolest part was there was I don't know what they call it, but there was like the fucking floor was caved in with the bench seating around it. And so the teacher sat at like the bottom of the pit. Right.
Yeah.
And there's like levels that went up, and then we just sat on like the steps.
Yeah.
And like that, so like for reading and shit, we would all sit on these steps. And then we had like our desks, they're in cubes or whatever, but the steps were my favorite part. I was like, man, this is so cool. Like, it's like a little amphitheater thing going on.
Yeah,
Which, I didn't know what that was, but I was like, I like this setup. That's the first time I kissed a girl was on them steps in the kindergarten.
Ooh.
Yep. I don't remember the girl's name, but I remember her sister went to school with my older brother. So I'm sure he'll fucking tell me when he listens to this, but because I remember hearing about it later. He's like, "Oh, so you kissed so and so." I was like, "Yep." I didn't really understand what was happening. And I'm kind of surprised that we did, like, nobody said anything, or I don't remember anybody saying anything, so maybe they did.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting in trouble at all, though, so it's a fucking Wild West kindergarten.
Dude, I can't remember the first girl I kissed either, but I can tell you that it was inside of a tire.
What?
The first time I kissed a girl was inside of a tire.
Why were you inside a tire? Oh, like a tractor tire?
Yeah, so there were like we were at this like daycare, and I can't remember how old I was, and they had like
gym type of thing.
There was like big fucking tires, like, and half of them were in, half the tire was in the ground, and the other half was out.
Oh,
and we both got in either side of the tire, and then we kissed.
Yeah.
But
nice.
I can't remember her name. I can remember that she had blonde hair, but that's like it.
Yeah, this girl had dark hair. I think she was a different ethnicity too. Tom,
look at you.
If you're listening, please help me out. I can't remember anything other than those two details. I do remember one day that we weren't supposed to have school, and me and her both got dropped off.
And then
because my dad would pick me up from daycare.
Yeah.
it was where I went to preschool, and they, it was also a daycare, and so he would pick me up because he worked second shift. So he'd pick me up, we'd go eat lunch, typically McDonald's. Shout out McDonald's, 25th Street. Anyway, McDonald's. So we would go there, and then he'd drop me off at, kindergarten, and then I'd, fucking, I don't remember who picked me up, but yeah. So anyway, he drops me off, and nothing's amiss because usually, where it's the afternoon, kids aren't just standing outside waiting to go in because it's the fucking afternoon. So me and this girl were like standing there for a while, and apparently it was like a teacher work day or something because the teacher walked by and they were like, Did nobody tell you we don't have school today? No. Can you call my mom?
Yeah, obviously, neither one of our parents knew.
Yeah, clearly we weren't up to speed on that.
You're like 5 or 6, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And you're like, "I'm 5. Like,
Yeah.
Where else am I supposed? Like, I go where I'm told."
I'm this many. All right. Fuck. Whoops. Yeah. So anyway,
What's been going on in the world?
so much kerfuffling. 9/11 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. I watched this documentary it's on Hulu. It's like a docu-series. I can't remember how many parts it is, but it is fucking real crazy. There's so much stuff in there that like I don't remember hearing about or seeing.
Yeah.
And it's like some footage that wasn't really ever like widely released either. Like, so it starts off with this, he's like a fire inspector is basically how I would describe him. And he's like, he gets a call to one thing, and they're dealing with something, and then like there's a camera crew with it, or like a cameraman with him, and so you're like, what the fuck's the deal? They never tell you why there's a camera there, so I had to look it up. And there's this guy that just wanted to do a documentary on, I think it was just on the New York Fire
The
Department.
exhilarating world. Oh no, the fire department. Okay.
Yeah, so like that's just a part of it. But anyway, so the fucking cameraman's stuck with this guy, and dude, there's so much crazy shit. Like, they're standing like not that far from like one of the towers, and like you can hear the jet engine as it comes into the fucking city. I'm
Wow.
like, fuck, dude. Like it's just so, like, cause like you've heard airplanes coming into land and stuff, and like that sound is just so fucking loud, especially when you don't have any fucking ear protection or nothing.
Yeah.
And like just imagine full throttle fucking screaming in, like, holy shit. Yeah. It was wild. And then obviously, so this guy was a fireman, and he's like in the building as shit's going on, and he's kind of like, he took control. He's kind of like directing everybody because I think he was the highest ranking fireman there on the scenes, or the first high ranking guy. So he kind of just took the reins.
Yeah.
And there's one point where he's like giving orders, and you start hearing these bangs, right? And it's all people that were jumping out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because they were like in the lobby, and you just hear these crazy crashes, and like they'll be talking, like the firemen will be talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out whatever, and then like a fucking crash will happen, and then they kind of like stop and like look at each other for a second, and then they start talking again. Like they know what's going on, but like can't really fucking do anything about it. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, it is wicked. Highly recommend it. It's very well done, but it was like, Jesus, man.
Do you remember where you were?
Yeah, yeah. So, funny story. Same elementary school. I was in second grade, and one of my friends came in school. Like, he came to school late. Like, he was just
You
late.
kissed him.
Yep. Just kissing everybody. No, so he came to school late, and it happened 9 something in the morning Eastern time. Would have been 8 something right as soon as school's basically starting, right? Or right after, fucking 7 8. So he shows up late, and he comes in and he's like rambling, and I don't really hear him at first. And so he's talking to our teacher, who at that time apparently already knew, because she was like, oh yeah, go sit down. And what I heard was train center, and so I was imagining like this like grain fill operation in the middle of nowhere with a fucking train track that led up to it, and then I was like picturing like a little Cessna or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't know why that'd be on, like, why he'd be late for that, but, okay. So I was just like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't really, grasp it because I misunderstood what was being said.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, well, whatever. Fucking train centers. And and then, like, later in our, library, they had a TV up. And by that time, they're both fucking smoking and shit. And so, we all kind of like went in there and sat there for a little bit. And then, like, I don't remember getting out of school early or anything. Like, my mom didn't come and get me or nothing. Pretty sure I walked home that day. So, super safe. But, yeah, so that was pretty much it for me. Like, very, like, at first, I'd, like, downplayed it because I didn't understand, and then later, it was just like, okay.
Yeah. I was in 6th grade, and we had first period. They used to make us watch this, what they called Channel 1 news, and it was, like, 2 people, like, in the 8th grade.
Oh.
That would read off the news.
Yeah.
Well, we
cool.
sat down, and they were reading the news and stuff, and then, like, it cut to what I thought was
news?
Yeah, it was like the video of the second plane coming in.
Yeah.
And I watched the footage because I guess it was happening live. The second plane crashed into the building, and I didn't understand what I was watching.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what's happening? Why are we watching this plane crash into this building?
Yeah.
And then, like,
what are we doing?
Yeah, I was super confused. And then, like, the teacher's all frantic, and I don't remember. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, their parents came and, like, got them out of school that day. I don't remember if anyone left. Like, I just think it was weird. Like, we were all just like, I don't think any of us really understood. I mean, we were all in the 6th grade, and I don't think any of us understood, like, what just happened.
Right.
And even now, like, I see people talk about, they're like, oh, when I was younger, I didn't understand, and now it's just, like, it's hard for me to think about, and it's, like, at the same time, like, it's sad, that all these people die, but I don't feel any differently. I don't feel affected any differently
connection
now that I'm older.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
yeah.
But like I said, there's some people who are like, I didn't understand when I was younger, and now I've rewatched it, and I feel emotionally they feel emotional about it. And
you know what those people are? They're attention
patriotic.
Whores. No.
Oh, okay.
We went 2 different ways. No. Yeah, I see that a lot with, like, a lot of, like, random things happen. You'll see it when, like, some B-list rapper dies, and then everybody's like, oh my god, what? This is my favorite guy ever. Like,
ever.
When? You never once posted about this dude. Ever
right.
One time. Like, like, I could get it, like, one thing, get it out of the way, cool. But, like, I've seen people that somebody, like, some famous person or something happens and fucking 3 paragraphs. I'm like, dude, when Notre Dame was fucking burning, every fucking white girl that went on a goddamn study abroad that went to Paris was like, oh my god, you guys just don't understand how personal this is to me. I saw this building one time. I don't live there, and I have no connection to it other than that. But let me tell you how much this
is devastating. Yeah.
Like, okay. And, I empathize in a lot of, like, when I watch these documentaries about anything, or like when I watch anything, I fucking empathize with the situations going on, and so like, I try to put myself in the shoes of some of these people. I'm like, Jesus, that's rough for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really affect me though, but like I can understand how hard it would be for the people involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I recommend that documentary. One thing that did happen with this stuff is I forgot about all the lunatics that exist in the world, and the ones that are like, oh really, 9/11? Is that what you think happened?
Oh my.
Fucking damn it! Like, there's
Like it was
people,
it was a planned demolition.
yeah. There's people who it's so weird because there's like factions, because there's people who are like terrorists did it, makes sense. There's people who are like Bush let the terrorists do it, and then there's the people that are like Bush did it himself, and then there's the people that are like there was no terrorists, there wasn't even any Twin Towers ever. Like New York's made up. No, but New York's not even real, bro. No, I wish that. I fucking wish people would be like that. But oh man, they're like, oh really? Is that what you think? Fucking, oh, you think a airplane flew into it? Yeah, bitch. I've seen like 40 fucking angles of this thing. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? There's like pictures of landing gear like 4 blocks away and shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't get the arguments behind it. Like, okay, it's a red flag, so we would go to war with people of the Middle East. Like, they could have done literally anything to do that. Like, it wouldn't have taken much.
Yeah.
They could have blown up a building if they wanted to, and they could have just blown it up. They didn't even have to fly planes into it. They literally could have just set off an explosion, Timothy McVeigh style. And then people would have been like, who did it? Fuck terrorists? Where? Oh, Middle East? Let's fucking get them. And it would have been like that. And then there's like, oh, okay. So they fucking flew planes into it, but then also they set off explosions in the lower parts of the building. Or, hear me out, it's a really fucking bad building design for sustained heat. Turns out no building's supposed to withstand fucking 2 hours of straight fire on the inside of it. Who would have thought? Like, I don't care how cool your building is, a fuck ton of fire is gonna fuck it up. Like,
the fact that it took 2 747s to knock that building down.
767s, I think.
They're so even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like I've heard that. I've watched. There's so many YouTube videos about how it was a planned demolition.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if it was a planned demolition, what's the point of the fucking? What's the point of having the planes full of Americans?
Yeah. Well, and then that's the other thing is like you ask them about like you start asking them questions about it, and then it starts to like fade. They're like,
yeah,
I don't know, look into it. Like, that's not an answer, you bitch. Like, you're the one coming at me hot with this hypothetical thing that you think is fact. So you tell me what you think happened. Like, the Building 7 thing is another crazy example. People are like, oh, Building 7. This building that was one building away collapsed. How did that happen? I don't know, because it got hit with other debris and was burning for 7 hours. Fuck, call me crazy. What?
Yeah.
They're like, that building style's never collapsed at that point, but there was one that happened literally in 2013 in Iran. Same style, fucking collapsed. Same way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just because it doesn't happen all the time doesn't mean it's fucking impossible. Like, oh, why did they need to fucking blow up Building 7? Well, because there's paper trail. Donald Rumsfeld came out with a press conference the day before talking about all this missing money. And none of the documents about the missing money were anywhere else other than this one building in New York. Really? And, like, everybody that was in Building 7 got out. And so that's another thing. They're like, no dead people? Really? Well, suspicious. If they're going to blow the building up, why would they care? They fucking allegedly took out 2,900 other people in these 2 buildings. who cares if anybody in this other one get hit? Like, if that's your argument.
Yeah.
Or
Dude.
it was fucking, 7 hours later. I don't know if you know this, but pretty easy to get people out of a building that wasn't completely fucking annihilated with a airplane out in 7 hours.
President Bush let it happen because he's a lizard person.
Lizard.
And Donald Rumsfeld didn't find proof of missing money. He found proof of the lizard people ruling the world.
And that's why he's still alive.
And the Al Qaeda are also lizard people. And so Bush paid them to crash planes and destroy Building 7.
Yeah.
They missed. They weren't actually supposed to hit the towers. They missed and hit the bigger buildings.
Yeah. Whoopsie daisies.
All to cover up lizard people.
You
heard it here.
You heard it here first. One of the things that always cracked me up is one of the smoking guns about this conspiracy theory is one of the hijackers, or maybe a couple of the hijackers, passports partially recovered from the wreckage.
Okay.
I was like, who gives a shit? All they had to do was literally go, if they were faking it, they didn't need to plan anything. Like, what? There's fucking flight, purchase tickets records. B, I don't know if you know this, but they were fucking, they were called as hijackings to the air traffic controllers. What do they need to fucking just drop haphazardly a burnt up passport for? What's the reasoning? And that's what people never get to. They never go, this is why. Because once you start cutting it down, they're like,
once you use reason,
you just gotta
backed by
look into
facts.
it, bro. and then you do that, and they're like, oh, so you trust the government? Everything the government does? No, bitch. I trusted myself because I'm the one that fucking came to this rationalization. I listened to what you had to say and found that it was fucking dog shit. So I moved on.
Dude,
I don't know what you want from me.
If being in the military has taught me anything, there may be some cool shit that the government can do without us knowing. I'm not saying there isn't.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we execute shit very poorly, very often.
Yeah. 100%.
And people are just like, the government is capable of so much shit. They might be, but
they're not great.
They're not going to waste a lot of time because a lot of them are probably just like me.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing is, you get the people that are like, these are two thoughts that they have in their brain at the same time, and it's got to drive them bonkers. The government, mass conspiracy on this thing. There's evil cabal of mad geniuses that figured out how to do this without anybody knowing. But then also, they're fucking dumb and can't do anything right.
Yep. So which is it?
Potato clamato. What do you mean? Tell me what you're talking about. I don't get it. How are they good at one thing? Evil genius good at something. Yeah. And then the next day they're like, oh, these fucking idiots. They can't do anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, the same government that let a paper trail slip from the Iran-Contra deal when Reagan was in office, that's the same government that pulled off this massive terrorist attack on our, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
You would assume that eventually there would have been, especially at this point, there would have been someone that in the government that got fired, and came out and was like, we actually planned it.
Yeah.
But that's not been a thing.
Nothing.
Not once.
Not anybody who's an actual sane person anyway. There's probably been a crazy person that's yeah, dude. It's that guy's been homeless for 14 years. I don't know where he got that information. He had been homeless for 14 years before 9/11. We don't know him. Oh man. Sports are back. I don't know if you know this. Football's back. Your Saints did okay, I guess.
They did amazing. They killed it.
Killed it.
Here's the
your
thing.
boy Jameis? Look at him go.
I know. Here's
you feel
the thing.
bad for talking shit or what?
Nope, because he does this. He has really, really good games, followed by really fucking terrible games.
So next week he's gonna fucking throw.
So
10
let's see
picks.
if next week he doesn't fucking shit the bed like I assume he will, then I'll retract my statement.
Who y'all
I'll be like,
play
I
next
feel bad. I don't know.
God damn it. You piece of shit. Fair.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know, Goal, because he had LASIK now, so he can actually see, which I think is helping him. So
That's what they make contacts for and glasses.
he wouldn't wear them. He would not.
Well, he sounds like a jackass.
He's an idiot, but he's your idiot. So congrats.
I didn't hashtag not my idiot.
Oh man. Yeah. So I'm very excited. Football season's back. College football's back, and I can only talk about it probably this week because this is going to be the last week that we have a winning record. But it's fine. Obviously, as a Lions fan, I'm used to losing, so it's okay. It's great. And other sports-related news. Did you watch the celebrity boxing match this weekend, or did you hear about it? Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort, and then Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva, and a couple other people. And
No, I didn't
Trump
know. I wish I'd
fucking
known.
did commentary on it.
Trump?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I don't understand why.
I bet that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to watch it, but then I didn't. So I was sleeping, but no, I wasn't. I was awake, but I didn't want to watch it. Anyway, Evander Holyfield fucking got his shit rocked. First round TKO.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, by Vitor Belfort, who's a MMA guy. So that was weird because usually it's the other way around. The boxing guys always
Yeah.
beat the shit out of the MMA guys. But
When was the last like Evander Holyfield hasn't boxed in like
yeah, I mean he did that celebrity boxing match not that long ago. Like
oh okay.
he's
All
been
right, so
training
never
and
mind.
stuff, but also you are correct. Like Belfort, it's been less time since he's been competitively fighting than Holyfield, so he's got got probably the training edge on that one. But and then fucking Tito Ortiz got his shit rocked too. Fucking Anderson Silva beat the shit out of him, and I was like, man, I miss watching Tito Ortiz get his fucking shit kicked. You know, I don't know why, but that guy bothered me so much.
We should fight each other, dude.
Yeah, celebrity
boxing match.
podcast boxing match,
Yeah.
or
And then the winner of us boxes Joe Rogan.
oh, okay. All right. Oh, speaking of Joe Rogan, I just want to go on the record to say that I know he didn't take horse paste, and like, because that's what I titled the episode last week. But it's funny, and also I don't know if you saw, but Tom Segura came on his podcast.
Yeah.
Right after that happened, he's like, "Well, if it is an old horse paste Rogan."
Yeah.
And I was like, there it is. That's the title. Yeah. So me and Mark talked about it, and then I looked it up, and I guess they actually did like a Nobel Prize winning study on ivermectin and its uses alternate to parasites. So we kind of shit the bed on that one. Probably should have looked that up because it was in like 2015. But you live and you learn.
Whatever.
That does not change the fact that people are still legitimately going and buying horse paste and actively overdosing, or not overdose. Well, yeah, they are overdosing on it. They're poisoning themselves because they're taking horse doses, and yeah, that is an overdose. And yeah, they're getting sick. So get it prescribed from a doctor if you're gonna fucking get it. Like, don't. I
don't think you guys, or I don't think we shit on him for it. I just thought it was funny. I think we just thought it was funny. I don't remember saying anything bad about him.
No, I wanted to clarify it before anybody caught that from the wrong side, I guess.
Well, we lost a whole bunch of listeners from that episode where you
Probably.
named it. So
Yeah, that's all right.
great.
I was kind of hoping it would hook more people in. Put Rogan's name in there, get a little traction.
Get a little clickbaity.
little clickbait. Well, not really, because we talked about it. Speaking of bald MMA people, fuck, Conor McGregor and your boy got into it at the VMAs red carpet.
Dude, I seen that. You've got to be a moron. Like, MGK has got to be the stupidest son of a bitch for that. Like,
100%. I mean,
he's
we
a
know
trained
this,
fighter. You're not gonna beat him.
but he's
I'm
straight
sure you
thug,
fought.
dude.
I'm sure you fought people in your day. I'm sure you've beat some people's asses. Not saying that. You're not gonna beat a dude who's literally trained for the better part of fucking 20 years, probably,
to fight the toughest
to
people
fight
around.
the fucking best fucking fighters. He's gonna rock your shit, dude.
And he about did it right in front of Megan Fox, which is even funnier, I think. And she's basically naked, so pretty cool. If you didn't see her dress, check it out. Look into it. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. And I don't know if you know this, but I've been talking this whole time. Did you want to talk about stuff?
I mean, yeah, dude, why not?
As we approach the 40-minute mark, Levi finally
Dude,
lets
we got
Shane talk.
dude, we got super carried away with the 9/11
Yeah,
stuff. You know,
that's
we
true.
really got into it. We really got into it. Let's see. I'll do
Just
some.
like
I'll do
made
some
it,
quick
like-
stuff. Yeah. I'll do some quick stuff. All right. So if you were worried that Mountain Dew, hadn't put out another flavor in the last week, well, don't worry.
It's so
'cause
aggressive.
Mountain Dew, I can't click on the link, just released Mountain Dew Voodoo.
Voodoo. That's voodoo, baby.
So get your Halloween Mountain Dew. If you've been keeping up with it, maybe you tried some of that hot Cheeto Mountain Dew, which sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
But let me know if you tried the Voodoo Mountain Dew.
Oh man, I had a friend who posted something about hot Cheetos the other day, and I was like, so, because he's like, don't eat hot Cheetos and drink something else, and I was like, man, are you gonna try this new Mountain Dew? What's that? Who bought that?
My buddy, so that's why I sent it to you in the chat. He bought 11 cases of the Mountain Dew Voodoo.
God damn, it's aggressive. Does he really like Mountain Dew or what?
I guess. I didn't realize.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. In other news, if you're tired of eating regular old, just normal Slim Jims, buy Slim Jim, then you're in luck. Because instead of just having beef or teriyaki or spicy, they now have Sonic Chili Cheese Coney.
What? like a Coney
Slim Jims.
Coney Island dog?
It's supposed to be like a chili cheese hot dog, but in Slim Jim form. Which
That's a lot
doesn't
of flavor.
really. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about
I don't
that
really.
one.
I think it's just a ploy. I think a lot of things right now are like doing mashups.
Marketing, yeah. It's like, oh,
They're
we
like,
gotta
try this.
yeah,
like,
even like some
ooh.
of your favorite podcasts when they merge together. What?
I know, right? See,
We're ahead of the curve. What were you gonna say?
dude, I'm telling you, we're marketing geniuses. Anyway,
Have to be.
on top of speaking of things that have mixed recently, I seen that Cool Whip now has birthday cake flavor Cool Whip, which just sounds like ice cream with more steps.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That's like way too much like sugar. Have you ever had the birthday cake flavored Oreos?
No.
It's a lot. It's also every time I hear birthday cake, I reminded of the time that I was in boot camp and there was a chief running through the halls of our ship going, "You guys smell birthday cake?" No, no, chief. And then he just fucking went in birthing to birthing. You guys smell birthday cake? I'm like,
why
what? Bro. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but maybe he was fucking with somebody somewhere else. And like that, like he was like, I just checked with the whole ship. They don't smell birthday cake. Like something dumb that chiefs do sometimes. And yeah, so.
I was going to talk about this story that happened in Pensacola down at, our old A school
Uh-oh.
stomping grounds. But the article won't pull up anymore, so it might have not been true.
No.
But the gist of it was, this female chief had
Oh.
trapped her husband in the fucking garage and shot him
I did see
and killed
that.
him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's
That's
aggressive.
wild.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's almost
But
too
I guess,
aggressive.
well, according to the cops, they had been there 2 days before.
Yeah,
Or
like
they had
a
been there
bunch
2
of
days
times.
before,
Yeah.
and then they had become a bunch. And then finally, she trapped him in the garage, and he's on the phone talking about, I'm trapped in the garage.
Yeah.
She shoots him, or you hear a gunshot. He says she shot me, and then she shoots him again.
Yeah.
Like, here's what's crazy. Like, how far do you have to be pushed? I feel like something else had to be going on, right? And there's probably shit you'll never know about the story because you'll never understand. But I think people forget, like, or maybe married people understand, or people who have been married. Sometimes you're with somebody and you just like start to hate everything they do.
Everything about them.
Like, literally every fucking thing.
I could
I've
translate
never
that to,
been
like roommates.
Oh my!
You know what I mean?
God.
You just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're like, dude. And I've probably been that guy for multiple people, but still. Or actually, I had a theory about this when I was in Fallon.
Yeah.
I called it the Augment Theory. It was because
Okay.
we will only have augments for 3 months total, and by the end of that like second month, you're like, I fucking hate these people. Like you're like you just get burnt out on them. You're like, go the fuck away. It's
I
like if
fucking hate
people
you.
aren't in your life for long term, you can only stand them for 2 months, and then after that, you're like, just leave already. I'm ready for you to go.
All right, let's do the Billboard 200 so we can get out of here.
Hell yeah.
All right. Number 1 is Donda by
Oh,
Kanye
yeah.
West.
Oh, bro, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I heard it starts out super fucking weird, but the only song I've listened to so far is Moon, and it's got Kid Cudi on it and
Yeah.
somebody else. But
Okay.
it's kind
It's
of
wild?
depressing. It's good.
Oh.
Well, it's Kid Cudi and Kanye now, so it's fucking kind of sad if you listen to the words, but it's also very beautiful, and
Yeah.
I definitely listened to the hour loop on YouTube the other day.
Okay. Damn.
So
At number 2, if I can't have love, I want power by Halsey.
whoa, she just had a baby, a baby.
She's holding the baby and her boobs out on the cover.
Tits. That's what we like to see.
Number 3, Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. 4, Planet Her, Doja Cat.
Those two
5.
still in the
Dude,
top
yeah.
5. I like it.
She just keeps going. She goes up and down. Like, she goes back to 1 and then down and then back
Yeah.
to 1. Fuck Love at number 5 by the Kid Laroi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Number 6, Dangerous double album.
Oh shit, still up there.
Hell yeah. And then let's see if we can't find A Gangsta's Pain. There it is. A Gangsta's Pain, number 21. Moneybag
yeah.
Yo.
I saw a story with him in the other day, and I fucking didn't save it. But I was like, man, that's the perfect story to talk about with something with Moneybag Yo. Full circle. Anyway.
Yeah, dude. Little did he know that there's a small, world famous podcast that talks about him at least a
Millions
little
of
bit.
followers.
Millions, tens of millions
Millions.
of ideas for people.
They're all trademarked. You gotta get permission and just buy us lunch if you want them. So, is that it?
That's it.
Hell yeah. Oh, no,
No?
our friends.
Oh. Check out the Dutch in Denver podcast.
Yeah,
And
and
no new-
listening
no
to
new-
it, you'll be like, man, that guy's microphone's super far away. How's he sound so clear?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, check out Dutch in Denver's podcast and notice how far away his mic is and how like subpar the sound quality is to this one. He used to have the same person that does the audio for this show do his audio, but then he decided to stop, and you can definitely tell
It's
that
just
he needs to.
dropped.
He should have.
Huh?
Yeah, he should have. Yep. Now I'm just
No.
playing. Dutch is a good dude. I would say he's a lot more right wing than we are, but it's good to hear other people's ideas, even if you don't agree with them.
Don't live in a fucking echo chamber, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
That was aggressive. And then no new friends and kicking it with the Kellys.
In the Remedy Room.
And Remedy Room. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. That's it. I've had enough. Suck less
Tip your
tomorrow.
bartender.